When Leon left, silence took over. When my husband Leon walked out, it didn't just leave the house quiet, it left it hollow. The silence settled thick, like a storm cloud, filling every corner, every crack in the walls. I stood at the window, for what felt like hours, just existing, barely breathing. The mug in my hands was half empty and cold. My bare feet pressed into the tiled floor, trying to ground myself in the middle of a reality I never wanted. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't even move. Morning sunlight cut through the dusty air like a blade. Too clean. Too real. It lit up all the things I'd been pretending not to see: the empty table, the spotless sink, the untouched towel in the bathroom that still held Leon's scent. He had taken his coat, his key, but left behind a receipt from our last dinner together, pinned on the fridge like a cruel joke. I ran my fingers along the chipped rim of my mug, the same chip I'd always meant to fix. Like so many other broken things. It was past 8 when I finally moved, bringing the mug to my lips and drinking the bitter coffee. That's when I noticed Caleb. He didn't knock. I didn't hear him come in. But there he was, standing quietly in the doorway, as if he'd always belonged there. He didn't speak. He didn't have to. I got up, walked past him, and stepped out into the backyard. He followed. No hesitation. The grass was soaked with dew, brushing against our ankles. The air was thick with the scent of summer, heavy with everything unsaid. Somewhere, a bird chirped, a lawnmower droned in the distance. The world moved on, uncaring. I stopped at the edge of the porch. He stood close behind me, not touching yet. I could feel him. Then his hand found the small of my back, gentle, familiar. It unraveled me. I didn't pull away. When I finally turned, he leaned in. His kiss was soft, sure. His lips tasted like coffee, and something sweeter, like peaches. I kissed him back just enough. Enough to admit I needed it. We didn't talk about Leon. Not on the porch. Not when I reached for Caleb's hand and held it like it was always meant to be mine. We walked past the unfinished garden, past tools Leon left behind. Silent witnesses. Caleb didn't break the quiet with sarcasm like he usually would. He just stopped under the trees and looked at me. I wasn't going to come, he said. I know, but I couldn't stay away. I thought you hated him. I did, he said after a moment. But you never asked. He kissed me again, deeper. This time, his hands on my waist, in my hair. I clung to him like I'd drown without him. For the first time in weeks, maybe longer, I could breathe. Inside. Everything had changed back inside. The house no longer felt the same. I hesitated at the doorway while he stood by the window. Caleb didn't say anything, didn't rush me. His patience hit harder than any words. I stepped forward. My fingers brushed his wrist, traveled up his arm. His breath hitched. He always tried to seem calm, but I knew better. His hand lifted to my face, thumb brushing my cheek, eyes searching mine. I answered silently, leaning into his touch. Our lips met again, slower. This time, more intentional. He guided me to the couch. I pulled him down with me. His weight felt like the only thing keeping me present. He touched me like I was something delicate but known, like a book he'd read 100 times but never tired of. Every kiss was a memory. Every caress a question and an answer all at once. When we finally paused, his forehead rested against mine. This isn't just comfort, he whispered. I know, I said. And I did. In the attic, a truth took shape. In the attic, the heat pressing in around Usai rested against Caleb's chest, listening to the rhythm of his heartbeat. His voice was soft in my ear. Are you okay? I didn't lie. No. He held me tighter. Me neither. I looked up. Light filtered in through the dusty window, casting soft gold across his face. He wasn't hiding anymore. Neither was I. He kissed me again, and it was everything's low, sure, and aching. I always wondered, he said, fingers tracing my palm. What if it had been me? It wasn't just you, I whispered. But it could have been. I kissed him harder, needing him to feel what I couldn't say aloud. A beginning. Not an end. I don't want to go back, I whispered later, curled against him. You don't have to. But the memories. Leave them. Stay with me. The sky outside darkened. Inside, the air turned golden and soft. We climbed down from the attic and ended up on the back porch. Stars were starting to show. I used to think I knew how life would go, I said. But you don't, he replied. No, and I'm scared. Then don't do it alone. We climbed to the roof again. This time, there was no hesitation. No words needed, just the heat of his skin, the depth of his gaze, and the way our hands found each other like magnets. You're still shaking, he said, So are you. He didn't deny it. And when he kissed me, it was urgent, full of years of longing and buried want. My hands gripped him like he was the only real thing left. Later, lying side by side under the stars, our fingers barely touching, I whispered, "I thought I'd feel guilty, but you don't," he said. "No." He smiled. "Good." For the first time in forever, I didn't feel alone. The pain of Leon's absence lingered, but here, with Caleb, it no longer hurt the same. And I knew this wasn't the end of something, it was the beginning.